Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's time once again to continue our journey through Star Trek Strange New Worlds, this time Season 3, Episode 2, Wedding Bell Blues. Now, friends, that title alone makes me start to speculate, and that speculation comes from Star Trek, the original series, specifically the episode, What Are Little Girls Made Of? I'll save that speculation for the reaction in the thoughts section afterwards to see if it bears fruit, but we'll keep an eye on it, friends. Before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for a little Star Trek. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like earlier in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And as a reminder, my entire Season 2 full-length watch-alongs are available over on Patreon for free. So if you're inclined, friends, we would love to see you. And if you don't like Patreon, YouTube memberships will get you all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to once again rejoin Captain Pike and crew as we watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 2, Wedding Bell Blues. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
I am still going away for 3 months to study with Roger Corby. When I get back, let's just see where we are then.
The Federation Day Centennial, the 100th anniversary of the founding of the United Federation of Planets, is just 3 days away. Captain Pike believes that hosting a ceremonial gala for Federation Day will improve morale among the crew. Nurse Chapel is returning from her time away. We have not spoken since she left for her fellowship. As such, I have a more personal reason to prepare for the upcoming celebrations.
I like the first one, Spock. That single nacelle underneath the thing, isn't that like a Grisham class? I remember that from one of the movies. What are we doing?
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Yes. You're just stiff, even for you.
He is a Vulcan.
This openness to new life experiences suits you.
There was a time when I wanted nothing more than to be a prima ballerina.
Really?
That's just it. I've spent my whole life waiting for them to come back.
No, they're gone.
Somehow, the Gorn are less ravenous than prima ballerinas.
Vulcans, as a rule, cannot dance.
Seems some of you would defy that rule for the right person.
When humans reunite after a long absence, is it not tradition?
I love the conversation going on during this.
We have not spoken since she left for her fellowship.
But we all know what absence does to the heart.
The absence of a heart would be quite fatal.
Idiom, it's...
He was joking with you.
Transport clearance request from Nurse Chapel.
Please excuse me, she's here.
Oh no. Oh no, I know how this is going. I know how it's gonna go.
Lieutenant?
Just doing my job. Chapel added someone to the visitors list.
Curious.
Roger Corby.
Just a sensor ghost outside the hull, but it's gone now. Nothing to see here, sir.
All relevant scans appear to be within normal parameters.
Sensor ghost.
Greetings, Dr. Corby.
How are you? Call me Roger. I've heard a lot about you, Spock.
I've read a considerable number of your papers on archaeological medicine.
Sure, there aren't that many.
There are 234. Is that not accurate?
It's actually exactly how many there are.
Well, then don't pretend like you don't know.
This is incredible. The engravings alone must date back to...
It is a gift for Christine.
Yeah, Roger.
Will you be needing quarters?
No. No, I'm,
Oh boy.
Dr. Corby is my date.
Oh boy, Spock.
Space.
Christopher's telling us about the final frontier just in time for us to stew in the awkwardness that was that initial exchange. Oh my God. But I mean, I'm sure most people have watched the original series, but in the episode, What Are Little Girls Made Of? I'm not going to spoil anything about that episode, but in that episode, we do meet Roger Corby, and it is strongly hinted at that he and Christine have a past. I'll leave it at that. They definitely do, but the extent of which I will allow in case there's somebody that hasn't seen that episode. It's well worth a watch because it's sort of like knowing how this ends up a bit. But I'm interested to see how this plays out, specifically because for me there's a ton of questions. Even if you try to separate like Strange New Worlds from the original series, your mind wants to make it work. And so I'm curious to see if they try to make it work between Christine and Spock, now with the addition of Roger Corby in there, and how that would kind of resolve itself by the original series. I guess we'll see. I don't like some of these new graphics at the beginning. I don't think they seem as crisp. And I might be completely misreading it, but like some of our original stuff with just like, flying through space and seeing the different like, space phenomenon seemed to come across a little bit better, but that's just me being picky. Let's see what we have.
I'll get cocky. I'll land one.
What's this look? Oh. Is it a drone?
I am a serious filmmaker.
Erica! Oh, there you are. You are not going to believe this. Christine brought home a date.
Or somebody likes you.
Hey. Hi, I'm,
Haymaker.
Jesus!
That's my little brother. Never could take a punch.
Hi, I'm Nyota.
Yeah.
This is the last one, but I could take a bunch more. I mean, how much blood does a person really need?
Is this Christine's replacement?
I like you, Ensign.
Well, now that Nurse Chapel is back, my temporary assignment is done.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I put in a request for Starfleet Medical to make your transfer permanent.
Oh, wow.
Tell me this isn't a cruel joke.
We are big on cruel jokes around here.
We do like those.
Captain Battelle is lucky to have you.
How's Marie doing?
Her scans show that the Gorn embryos have been fully reabsorbed.
Fantastic.
Gotten used to having her on board. I'll be sorry to see her go.
I imagine you won't be the only one.
Yeah. 2 cups.
You, shopping for a new starship?
Admiral April said I've got my pick.
Awesome.
So, what are you looking for?
Deep space exploration.
Oh.
I should be dead. I'm on borrowed time.
You appreciated the choir on that one.
Yeah, right?
Relax. I was just wondering what you're gonna do when I move you into my quarters. Where will all your hair products go?
I like her character quite a bit.
Hey,
This will be fun.
I didn't want you to meet Roger like that.
The look of surprise on your face was almost worth the misstep.
This isn't easy.
It's not supposed to be.
You expressed the desire to remain unattached, free of commitment.
Yeah.
And then I bring my new boyfriend home for the holidays.
Yeah.
We're having cocktails in the port galley tonight. I hope you'll come.
To a party for your new boyfriend? I can't wait.
Fine, 1 drink, then I have to go back and finish training.
I love everybody's civvies. They're great.
Wait 1 damn minute. This, you two talking to each other like you're and looking at each other like you're, no, it's chaos, madness.
It is not.
I read that your latest dig was on Vadia 9.
Uh-huh.
Have you climbed Mount Caleb?
We did, actually, yeah.
We did.
Pretty romantic, actually.
Mr. Spock. Glad you could join us.
I finished my work early.
Dr. Corby was just about to tell us a romantic story.
Ensign.
I have of late become a student of romance.
Sudden thirst.
I love it. Spock, drop the awkward gauntlet.
My mother would always say to me, Chrissy, I hope you find the sun.
I hope you find the sun and the moon and the stars.
They turned out to be the last words she ever said to me.
When we got to the top, I showed her the stunning sky and
gave her
this.
Talarian star gems.
They're incredibly rare.
And he said, you looked sad. I wanted to give you the sun and the moon and the stars.
Oh boy. Spock, you might want to, roll out might be a good idea right now.
Ooh, that's a cool bracelet. Where'd you get it?
Spock, yeah, they came and talk around you, buddy. I mean, they're making it awkward. It's...
Ready for a change?
I was not aware we had a Vulcan bartender.
I have just the thing.
What is that?
Don't drink it too fast. It'll go right to your head.
We're getting a lot of shirtless Spock. Ethan Peck's like, listen, I've been working out. I would like everyone to share.
Good morning.
What?
Tonight, no sleepover. It is bad luck to see your bride on the day of your wedding.
Oh, boy.
Science Officer's personal log, stardate 2251.7.
Looks like 3D chess.
The wedding nuptials between myself and Nurse Chapel.
Your first dance is going to be great. You're improving.
Untrue.
Awesome shot.
Have you never been married?
Me? God, no. I'm not really the commitment type.
I know somebody.
So, if you don't have it by now, then it's too late.
Thank you, La'an. You have been a good friend to me.
Ah. Andorian?
You two, you're like two peas in a space pod. So delightful.
They see an Andorian.
Where's Roger? I feel like we should probably wait for my best man.
I'm here. I am here. And I have the cakes.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed the medals on his chest.
Actually, I have a special best man task just for you. Could you wait for me way over?
The sideburns, the hair, the jacket. This is not Trelane, is it?
What about fusion style? I call this Hukin or Volman.
Trelane going full Q? What have you done, man? It's gotta be him.
I must have been mistaken before. This is quite good.
Not just good, but perfect. Like your wedding is going to be.
What are you up to, my man?
Arrived all the way from Vermont, Earth, this morning.
My mother's flowers?
Let's hope they're still preserved. They are not, and they'll turn to ash as soon as the air touches them.
Oh, no.
You got it, buddy.
I tell you what, maybe they just need to breathe.
You got it, General. Ha ha ha.
I mean...
Is this really happening?
Can we just chat for 2 seconds, please? Unfortunately, rehearsal has just finished, which means, Nurse Chapel, I'm going to have to scoop you away for your final fitting. So quickly, here we go.
He's breaking out of it, I think. If this is legitimately going on and not like I thought it was a dream. What are you doing, dude? I can't believe that's Trelane. I'm going with that. The snaps, come on now.
Look, this wedding is not supposed to happen, okay? I can't fully explain it, but our reality has shifted.
I think you should leave, Doctor.
Just listen.
Okay, so this is real.
As of yesterday, there was no wedding. There was no you and Nurse Chapel.
How can you remember?
We are together, but I seem to be the only one here that remembers that.
I proposed to Christine 3 months ago, before she embarked on her fellowship with you.
Why am I the only one that remembers this? You parted ways before the fellowship. And yeah, when I met her first, she was pretty gloomy. I get it. Endings are difficult. And I read her a poem by Neruda. I crave your mouth, your voice.
Spock is going to destroy you.
And she kissed me.
Yep. What was that?
Oh no.
Did he just break himself out of it somehow?
Reality has been changed. None of this is how it should be.
So you remember?
I do, but I am not entirely sure why. I've considered several possible explanations for this mass delusion. First, that this is an alternate dimension.
I've already checked myself for phase variance and found none.
Second theory.
Interesting.
Perhaps An improbability field. We once entered one that made us sing. But why leave you unaffected?
Well, my rigorous intellect may have shielded my mind from the illusion.
And it wouldn't have shielded Spock's. Come on now.
If one of our intellects could bestow immunity, I'm confident it would not be yours. Come, we can use the science lab to scan the ship. Any anomalous energy should be detectable.
Trelane wants you to live through it.
Greetings and many felicitations on this happiest of wedding eves.
Oh my God, it is him.
That one will be fine. Come, we must go.
It's Doctor.
Oh my God.
Perhaps it was the sudden burst of adrenaline and cortisol that did it.
It is also possible that whatever power is creating this false reality cannot be maintained when so directly confronted with the truth.
Right.
Enterprise came to Starbase 1 to celebrate the Federation's centennial, not a wedding. Nurse Chapel and I are no longer a couple. We are not getting married.
I get it.
No, he does not.
I get it, Spock. You have cold feet. It's totally normal. Look.
Punch me.
What? If I gave you a black eye the day before your wedding, Christine would kill me.
Scan complete. There are no anomalous energy readings present.
Perhaps the Chardonnay.
And there. Fix that. Mr. Spock, welcome to your bachelor party.
Hey. Oh no.
Sorry and Brandy.
Well, honestly, I'm not really much of a drinker. I hardly touch his stuff.
What? Well, that changes for old Scott. My man loves drinking.
Nurse Chapel and I are not together. She's in love with Dr. Corby, and only he and I remember this.
To Spock, the luckiest man in the world.
Yes, to Spock. This is chance.
They're. It's like they're not able to contradict or.
You'll seem clear by now that being confronted with the truth is not enough to break this spell.
Nope.
Perhaps another equally powerful emotion.
Like what?
Love.
How many individuals are currently aboard the Enterprise besides crew and registered guests?
1.
We have a wedding crasher.
Hiding in plain sight. Computer, locate that individual.
The individual fitting that description is in the port galley.
That's why now I'm finally figuring out when he said he had a Vulcan bartender, he's appearing however he wants him to appear.
You are the entity.
Mr. Spock, your Vulcan sense of humor gets me every time. I'm your wedding planner, remember? You twirled into my office.
You're a bartender right now, bud.
You have to fix this. You can't just control people's minds.
I can do anything I want. I am a wedding planner. And I do not like it when people ruin my plans.
Wedding planner. Retired.
I do hope you'll play along now. Yes?
It's gonna be tough. I was gonna say, yeah, Beto's thing.
Doesn't matter, he's talking about wiping us from all of existence.
Yes, he made this threat to me as well.
You're gonna have to go through with this. Just... maybe that's the only way to end it, play his game.
How? Oh my God. I like even the figurine's got his like perfectly postured stance. Oh, this has to be so tough for Spock. He might understand there's something going on, but oh man. Just for a moment.
I object!
We're not there yet.
Roger, what are you doing?
Christine, you can't just make people feel things that they don't really feel!
That's it!
Nobody reacted to it.
The human poet Neruda wrote, I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair, and the person worthy of your love. They must be courageous. They must have the ability to hold space for you, to see you, adjust you. They must be able to hear your unuttered call. They must offer you the moon and the sun and the stars all at once.
That'll bring her out of it.
This is wrong, Spock. We're not supposed to be getting married.
We are not.
And I'm starting with the dog.
You keep away from him.
Prepare for a cavalcade of death. No one gets... And you at the back with no mouth. Yes, you.
Mom and Dad.
Not now, Dad.
Oh, you have made enough of a mess. Please, let's not make a scene.
Oh my...
Christine.
That's John Delancey.
Shall I show you once more what the consequence is for disobedience?
No.
Oh my God. Chills.
Look at him. Spotted him digging in the dirt in the old home world. He's just so handsome and smart and...
The old home world.
It's just annoying.
Yes, that does make perfect sense.
Tally-ho!
Tally-ho,
You've all
buddy.
been lots of fun.
Amazing. That's an interesting way to go about it. But not showing him leaves it a bit ambiguous, but...
Okay, everybody. All right. Okay, all right. And that was strange.
Super strange.
And the bar is open.
Yeah, that's the only way to take care of this.
Are you the doctor from the Enterprise?
Joseph and Benjamin.
We know that guy. That was the guy that they mimic the, was it empathy, right?
I can tell you it is not every girl's dream to have a cosmic trickster play dress-up dolls with her emotions and make her marry the wrong man. Now, let's go dance and never talk about this. Ever.
Deal.
Great. Let's talk about that wrong man thing. A lot of bartending stuff.
If you're offering me a job on the starship, my answer is yes.
Oh, we have a new bartender? Well.
Anything to annoy Erica.
Shall we annoy Erica?
To annoying Erica.
Annoying Erica.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Go out there and dance with La'an. You guys have been practicing. There we go. Tear this up.
And I have no regrets.
Still, it is a waste.
What is?
Practice.
It's time now to dance, and now you're just sitting on it.
No.
Lieutenant, are you asking me to dance?
I love it. I have got very mixed emotions about this, friends. He did. You see him do the did the wham. Go, Chris. Something's up. Yeah, she's still scared, man. I mean, she was run through, for God's sakes. Yeah, it's not something you get over. All right, everybody, we just finished the third season's second episode, Wedding Bell Blues, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished Wedding Bell Blues, the second episode of the third season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Okay, for this one, I have a couple things that I am... not super duper, like, again, did I enjoy the episode? Yeah, it's not one of my favorites though, and here's why. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. Trelane to me is like a sacred cow. You know, like, do not F with Trelane. And in this one, I don't understand exactly. I mean, this was, to me, I'll be very, very honest. To me, this seemed like everybody said, hey, let's get Trelane in an episode. Let's put all the cards on the table here and let's talk about the character of Trelane. Now, Trelane has been speculated to be, you know, a member of the Q continuum. You know what I mean? And in fact, you all recommended a book, Q Squared or something like that, that it actually has Q and Trelane in it. And I haven't read that yet for obvious reasons. I don't want to spoil anything for myself, but I have a huge list of all of the books that you all recommended. on there for me to read. And so did I like hearing John Delancey as his dad? I thought it was great. That was fantastic. Q I know from, basically Picard season 3 at the, not to spoil anything there, but I've seen several episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. So I know who Q is, and I appreciate John Delancey. I think he's great. Just a fantastic character that I can't wait to see. I know that he appears in Voyager. I've never seen him there. I know he makes multiple appearances in The Next Generation. I obviously haven't seen any of those. So I really like the character for what he is and what he does. And as that foil, I guess, I'm assuming to Picard, if the osmosis that I've gleaned so far is to be any type of indication. But with Trelane, Trelane, as you all, if you follow my original series reactions, I had a Q&A section that was originally Q and became Trelane whenever we had, whenever he made his appearance in the original series. And so Trelane became one of my favorite characters. I absolutely love him. If he isn't my favorite guest star of the original series, he's top 3 for me. And I love the character a lot. Okay, so let's talk about what Trelane was like in The Squire of Gothos. He's a kid. He's absolutely a kid. He acts like a kid. He gets bratty. He does things like that. But he is more grounded in the most part because he really liked Jim. He really wanted to play with Jim. Jim was like his buddy. It's like he's trying to impress Jim. Like, hey, look at all the toys I have around here. You want to play a little bit? That's the type of attitude he had. Like, he was the kid that just wanted the other kids to like him. He wanted people to play with. He was lonely, right? And he had sinister moments, very sinister moments, but at the same time, he was just done so well that he was incredibly endearing, and it made sort of sense what he was doing. In absconding the crew, and this is a few spoilers if you haven't seen that, but he basically gets the crew on his place, let's just say, and he puts them through their paces. But again, he calls himself General Trelane, retired. And that to me makes more sense of being a mischievous kid than, forcing people to get married. I just don't see where the allure would be for the original Trelane, and as we've seen him, even though technically that would be in the future from this point. And if he never made it all the way to Earth, and in fact, I'm pretty sure he says something like that, like he was observing Earth. See, he was observing Earth, and he was in his little place was surrounded with basically antique weaponry, and by Napoleon era war tech. And whenever everybody from the Enterprise got there, Kirk and crew, he was he wanted to show it off. Like, what do you think of all of this military gear that I have? And they all looked at it and they were like, well, this is ancient stuff. And he's like, what do you mean it's ancient stuff? And again, I'm telling you a lot about the episode, everybody, so I'll probably put a spoiler tag or something in here. But the point being that throughout the course of this little discussion about how he became infatuated with, the military of the planet Earth, you find out that he had been observing the planet Earth from his position. And because his position was however many light years removed from Earth, he was seeing and witnessing things from Earth's past. When the light from Earth, finally got to him and he was able to see it, he was observing these things from Napoleon Bonaparte and all this stuff. And so to do this and have him basically at Starbase 1, right by Earth, it doesn't make any sense then for him to later be surprised that he didn't have the appropriate tech. You know what I mean? And again, maybe I misread something from the original episode, but I don't think so. I think this was just a way to be like, hey, let's get Trelane into an episode. We could use a Q in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I think there could have been a better way to do this. There could have been a better way to do this, and the question needs to be asked, should we have done this at all? And I think the answer is there a better way? Yes. Should we have? I don't think so. Now, I'm not trying to be dismissive of, anybody's writing, and I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum for wanting to include Trelane. I would have wanted to do it too. The thing is, you start to really, really, really break stuff now. And again, I know Trelane was looking like an Andorian, so they didn't really understand who he was or would be able to recognize him in the future if they saw him. But at the same time, in doing all of that and being like, it's not really him, they can't recognize him in the future, it's a shoehorn for me. And I hate to say that. It is. It's like, okay, how can we get Trelane in there, but also keep the integrity of Squire of Gothos? And it's like, oh, okay, well, let's just make him look like somebody else, and then that way they won't recognize him. Yeah, but you would recognize the power set. You know what I mean? It's like this happened on Starbase 1. It didn't happen out in the frontier somewhere. This happened Starbase 1. There would have been reports out the butt about people like basically saying, okay, listen, we were attacked by an entity. You know, they completely manipulated reality and our perceptions of reality. This is something we have to be, you know, prepared for. His father came to get him. At some point, I mean, you know, they would have said in the future, are we dealing with that same entity that took over Starbase 1 and made a wedding out of something or other? Spock would care to chime in, you know? I mean, so that's, for me, that's the closest that they've come to like a really bad canonical break. And again, I enjoy Star Trek Strange New Worlds completely separate from the original series, but this is Trelane we're talking about, and so I get I get a little bristly around this one, so I can't help it, friends. I just can't help it. You know, we need to do this right, basically, whenever it comes to Trelane. I don't like to see him sullied. Leaving Trelane aside, you know, and again, he was never mentioned. He was never said his name. It could have been a completely different Q, you know, absolutely. He had medals, everybody. He was wearing the same style of jacket. Come on now. But it could, yes, could it have been someone completely different? Absolutely. I'm assuming that this was meant, at the very least, we were meant to glean that this was Trelane. So, you know, take that for what it's will. I ranted on that one for well long enough. But what I really wanted to say with this too is I don't think this was a very effective way, one, to introduce Roger Corby. I think it detracts from that moment by making what would be an awkward or, you know, a moment that needed to be worked through by all of our principal characters and kind of turned it into a farce, you know? And so in so doing that, you're destabilizing the entire kind of like relationship between the three of them, to be very honest, between Corby and Christine and Spock. It's not going to get off on a foot where they've actually come to some type of realization, agreement, you know, catharsis, worked through it, things like that. It's always going to have this weird connotation to their original kind of meet, where it was like, you know, subverted to kind of re-infuse Spock into the scenario. Does that make sense? And what I don't like about this too is, and we're going to need some, I think that this is it's a difficult test of the character of Christine Chapel, because I just don't know. Like Roger Corby too, the Roger Corby that they are showing right now, very different from the Roger Corby that we have a little bit later, you know. And again, yes, I know, but you know, this was a Roger Corby that fooled Christine, everybody. So let's just put it like that. So the Roger Corby that we have now is, I don't know, not that he's too likable or anything like that. I don't care if they bring in somebody who is, you know, a new love interest for somebody that, like for Spock, Christine's more than able to have a new love interest and things like that. I just think that it was an ineffective introduction of that. And I really, really, really don't think Christine wouldn't have given Spock a heads up before it happened. You know what I mean? This just seems way too brash to just be like, well, I think it'll go okay. She's seen Spock punch like sheet metal or whatever the hell that stuff is inside the hallways. I mean, she knows that he can absolutely lose his mind sometimes. So you would think, just as a safety precaution, being like, hey, you know, checking in with Spock, you know what I mean? And I think that it doesn't necessarily have to speak to a romantic relationship between Spock and Christine. This and that heads up is what a friend would have done, right? And I think that that is what kind of detracts from the character of Christine for me, is that even the friendship with Spock was taken for granted. And I don't think Christine would have done that. But my dear friends, you can't win them all. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Star Trek. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye from this episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Where should we say goodbye from? Well, friends, I'm not real sure about this one. I'm a little disappointed in the presentation of everything. So I'm simply going to say this, my friends, because we had some good characterization that kind of built up in there, especially between like La'an and Spock and what we saw Erica go through and things like that. The hints of the seasonal kind of, I think, traits that are about ready to come, or seasonal developments that we should come up with. I'll say this, friends. You and I, we are getting lessons from La'an too. I don't know, she's taken on a second career as, teaching everyone how to move, and whether that be in a fighting stance or in a dance hold. My friends, we're learning every day we're with our beloved security officer. Until such time as we can continue our trek through the stars, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.